Dear children, in our previous video, I have explained you the general introduction about cell and the types of organisms based on the number of cells. Now in this video, I am going to explain you parts of a cell, or we can say components of cell. Along with this, we will discuss the basic difference between plant cell and animal cell. As you can see, here I made two cells on the whiteboard. Can you tell me which one is the plant cell and which one is the animal cell? But don't worry, I will tell you the basic difference between plant cell and animal cell, which are based on the presence and absence of some tiny structures of cell. So let's learn more about these structures one by one in detail. First of all, we will start from the outermost part of the cell. Means the outermost part of cell, that is cell envelope. And cell envelope includes cell wall, cell membrane and cytoplasm. So first we will discuss cell wall. As you can see, cell wall is the outermost part of the cell. Okay, cell wall is the outermost part of the cell, and cell wall is present only in plant cell, but it is absent in animal cell. Means cell wall is not found in animal cell. Cell wall is non-living in nature and it is made up of cellulose. Okay, cell wall is non-living in nature and it is made up of cellulose. Now the question arises, what is cellulose? Cellulose is a type of complex carbohydrate. Okay, so cell wall is made up of cellulose. Okay, so cell wall is the thick wall made up of cellulose. Now, what is the function of cell wall? The cell wall supports, protects and gives a rigid shape to the cell. Okay, what is the function of cell wall? Cell wall protects, supports and gives a rigid shape to a plant cell. But on the other hand, animal cell which do not have cell wall means do not have a rigid shape. Okay. Now next membrane is cell membrane. Cell membrane is present in both animal cell and plant cell. Okay, so cell membrane is the thin outer covering in animal cell. You can see the red lining. Okay, so this is the cell membrane and this is the outermost covering in animal cell. Okay, but in plant cell, cell membrane is situated below the cell wall. Means cell membrane is protected by cell wall. Okay, this cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. Okay, the cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. It is the living cell. Okay, cell membrane is the living structure which separates cell from its surroundings. Now, what are the functions of cell membrane? Cell membrane also gives shape to a cell. Okay, and it also protects its internal components. Now one more fact associated with cell membrane. As you can see on the board, cell membrane has pore. Means it is porous in nature and it is selectively permeable. As you came to know, cell membrane is present in both animal cell and plant cell. Now what are the functions of cell membrane? Yes, cell membrane protects. Okay, it also protects and gives shape to a cell. Okay, as you came to know, cell membrane is present in both animal cell and plant cell. Now, what are the functions of cell membrane? As you came to know, cell membrane is present in both animal cell and plant cell. Now, what are the functions of cell membrane? Cell membrane also gives shape to the cell. Okay? Cell membrane also gives shape to a cell and protects its internal components. Some more facts are associated with this cell membrane. As you can see, cell membrane has pore, means cell membrane is porous in nature, and these pores allow movement of certain substances like water, mineral inside and outside the cell. And the cell membrane is selectively permeable. Now the question arises, what is selectively permeable? I would like to tell you one example. Just like a stomata. As you all know, stomata are present on the lower surface of leaves, and each stoma is surrounded by a guard cell. Okay, now what is the function of guard cell? Guard cell is responsible for opening and closing of stomata. Okay, so like that, cell membrane is selectively permeable. Okay, one more example, just like a guard standing at a door who allows the member with identity card to enter and exit. Like that, the cell membrane or plasma membrane allows specific substances like water and mineral to pass through it. Okay. Now, the next topic is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is present in both animal cell and plant cell. Cytoplasm is a clear jelly-like substance which fills the most of the inside space of the cell. Okay, so cytoplasm is a jelly-like structure or substance that fills the cell. Okay, cytoplasm contains some tiny structures, and these tiny structures, as you can see in the picture, these all tiny structures are called cell organelles. Okay, most chemical reactions required to carry out life processes take place here. Children, we will do the continuation chapter, that is cell, and in this video we will discuss internal structure, or we can say cell organelles. So first of all, what do you mean by the cell organelles? Well, the cell organelles are tiny particles or tiny structure. You can see in the picture also, these all tiny structure which is present in the cytoplasm are known as cell organelles. Okay, the cell organelles are tiny particles or tiny structure in the cytoplasm that carry out life processes. Now, what are life processes? Life processes such as respiration, digestion, excretion, and so on. Okay, and these structures, you can see, these structures are scattered in the cytoplasm, means they float in the cytoplasm. There are various types of cell organelles present in the cytoplasm which perform different function in the cell. So let's have a deep understanding over these organelles one by one in detail. So first of all, we will discuss nucleus. Nucleus is present in both plant cell and animal cell. You can see in the picture, nucleus is the dark, spherical structure found in the cytoplasm. You can see in animal cell, nucleus is situated in the center. But on other hand, it is located something aside. Why? Because the vacuole in the plant cell is something big in size that pushes another organelle's periphery. Okay? Now, here I would like to give you two examples. As you all know, a team is controlled and guided by a leader. Another example, our brain controls all the activities of our body. Just like that, nucleus controls all the activities, all the life processes that go inside the cell. In simple language, we can say nucleus regulates and controls function of other organelles also. Okay, so that's why nucleus is the important part of the cell. Okay, and nucleus is made up of following parts. We will discuss them one by one. As you can see, nucleus is a double membrane organelle. Means nucleus has two membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane. Okay, and this thin layer encloses nucleus and separates it from the cytoplasm. Okay, so this thin layer that encloses nucleus and separates it from cytoplasm is known as nuclear membrane. Okay, now nucleus is filled with a jelly-like substance called nucleoplasm or nuclear sap. You can see inside the nucleus there is a jelly-like substance, and this jelly-like substance is known as nuclear sap or nucleoplasm. Now next part is nucleolus. It is spherical body in the nucleus. It composed of RNA. RNA stands for ribonucleic acid, and it is responsible for the synthesis of protein. Okay, now next part of nucleus is chromosomes. Nucleus contains genetic material. Now the question arises, what is genetic material? Genetic material composed of chromosomes, genes, DNA. Okay, and nucleus contains long thread-like structure called chromosomes, which contain genes. Means they are made up of genes. Now the question arises, what is gene? Gene is the unit of heredity which is transferred from parent to their offspring. So, what is the function of genes? Gene helps to transfer characteristics from parents to their offspring. That's why similarities and variation occur in offspring due to these genes. Okay, and this variation comes through DNA. Okay, means transfer of characteristics from parents to their offsprings comes through DNA. So nucleus is made up of nuclear membrane, nucleolus, nuclear sap and chromosomes. Now one more fact I would like to share with you all. The nucleus and cytoplasm together make up the protoplasm. Okay, the nucleus and cytoplasm together make up the protoplasm. So what is the difference between cytoplasm and protoplasm? So cytoplasm is the part of the cell without nucleus, and protoplasm is the part of cell with nucleus. Okay, now the next cell organelle is mitochondria. and singular is mitochondrium. Mitochondria are found in both plant cell and animal cell. Okay. Mitochondria are a small rod or oval shaped structure. You can see in the picture. Okay. And this is double membrane organelle. This is double membrane organelle. You can see in the picture it has two membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane. Okay. Mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. Okay. Mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. But why? The answer is, as you all know, during the process of respiration, food is broken down into water, carbon dioxide, and energy is released. And this energy is stored in mitochondria in the form of ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. That's why mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell, which provide energy to carry out different life processes. Okay, and this energy is stored in mitochondria in the form of ATP. So here ATP is the energy currency and mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. Now the next cell organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. Here ER refers to endoplasmic reticulum. So you can see in the picture, endoplasmic reticulum is present in both plant cell and animal cell. It looks like a tube. So it is an irregular network of tube present in the cytoplasm. Now what is the function of endoplasmic reticulum? Here you can see the difference in the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. So on the basis of the presence of ribosomes, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, a smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, a smooth endoplasmic reticulum means they do not have ribosomes, means their surface is smooth. They are without ribosomes. And rough endoplasmic reticulum means they have ribosomes. So there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now what is the function of endoplasmic reticulum? First is, it looks like a network of tubes, means it maintains the shape of the cell. Okay. Second, it provides and transports substance. It is used to produce and transport substance through the cell. Okay. Second, rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosome. So such type of endoplasmic reticulum is the site for the synthesis of proteins. So rough endoplasmic reticulum is the site for the synthesis of protein and helps to transport substance around the cell. Now the next cell organelle is Golgi body. Golgi bodies are present in the cytoplasm of both plant and animal cell. Okay, they secrete some enzymes and hormones. As you can see in the picture, Golgi body resembles a stacked disc-shaped sac. Okay. Now what is the function of Golgi body? They modify protein and some fats and package them for the transportation. Means they helps to modify protein and fats for transportation. Now we will discuss next cell organelle, that is ribosomes. Ribosomes are also found in both plant cell and animal cell. Okay, so ribosomes are granules, or we can say particles, that occur in the cytoplasm. You can see These particles or granules like structures are called ribosomes. Okay, so ribosomes are particles that occur in the cytoplasm and on the surface of certain cell organelles, or we can say ribosomes are found on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. Now, what is the function of ribosomes? Ribosomes is the site for the synthesis of protein. That's why ribosomes are known as protein factory of the cell. Okay, so ribosomes are responsible for the synthesis of protein. That's why they are known as protein factory of the cell. Now, what is the function of proteins? As you all know, protein are used to repair and build up new cells and carry out many other functions in the cell. Children, we have done cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, nucleolus, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosome. Some cell organelles are still pending, so we will discuss them. Now we will discuss vacuole. As you can see in the picture, vacuole looks like a bag, means they are bag-like structure. Okay, and vacuoles are also present in both plant cell and animal cell. But the basic difference is plant cells have larger and more vacuoles than animal cell. Means animal cell have smaller vacuoles, but on the other hand, plant cells have larger vacuoles. I told you, vacuoles are bag-like structure which contains minerals dissolved in water, and they store food, water and waste. Okay, the membrane of vacuole is known as tonoplast. Okay, and vacuole also contain liquid-like substance that is known as cell. Okay, so these are the important facts about vacuoles. Now we will discuss the next cell organelle, that is lysosome. Lysosomes are present only in animal cell, means they are absent in plant cell. Okay, so lysosomes are present only in animal cell. They are small packets that contain destructive enzymes. Okay, lysosome have destructive enzymes. Now, what is the function of lysosomes? Lysosomes protect the cell by engulfing harmful bacteria and other unwanted particles. So they are digest old and worn out organelles of the cell. That's why lysosomes are known as suicidal bag of the cell. Why are they called suicidal bag? Because they digest old and worn out organelles of the cell. That's why they are known as suicidal bag of the cell. Now, the next cell organelle is centrosome. Centrosome is found only in animal cell, means centrosome absent in plant cell. Okay, a centrosome with a pair of centriole, you can see in the picture, inside the round shaped figure I made 2 points, means centrosome with a pair of 2 centriole is located near the nucleus. Okay, what is the function of centrosome? It plays an important role in the cell division. As I told you, new cells are formed from the pre-existing cell, or we can say new cells are formed by the division in the old cell. So this division occurs with the help of centrosome or centriole. I hope you came to know the function of centrosome. Now we will discuss our last cell organelle, that is chloroplast. Chloroplast is present only in plant cell, and it is absent in animal cell. Means chloroplast is not found in animal cell. It is absent in animal cell. So always remember this thing. Chloroplast is present only in plant cell. Animal cell do not have chloroplast at all. Chloroplast contains green color pigment that is known as chlorophyll. Okay, and as you all know, what is the function of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is required in the process of photosynthesis. Chloroplast contain chlorophyll, which gives green color to the plants. Leaves are green in color. Why? Because they have chlorophyll, and it traps sunlight, which is required in the process of photosynthesis. So chloroplast is a type of plastid, okay, which is found in plant cell only. So here I would like to tell you three types of plastids. There are three types of plastids: chloroplast, leukoplast, and chromoplast. Chloroplasts have green color pigment, that is chlorophyll, which gives green color to the plant. Okay. Leukoplast, this is colorless plastid. They do not have pigment. Now what is the function of leukoplast? Leukoplast store food in the form of oil, fats. Now the next type of plastid is chromoplast. Chromoplasts have colorful pigment. They have colorful pigments except chlorophyll that give flowers and fruit their bright colors. So I hope you understood this chapter. I explained you parts of the cell. Along with this, I explained the basic difference between plant cell and animal cell.